Hello, and thanks for joining me for Lights Out, your virtual campfire. I'm your hostess with the mostest ghosties, Sylvia Schultz. I'm so excited to bring you the next few episodes of Lights Out. We're coming up on the 100th episode, and it's going to be awesome. To get you all in the mood, we're going to spend some time in Gettysburg, one of the most haunted towns in America. Grab your road munchies and your EMF meter, and let's go. Lights out. I've been lucky enough to go to Gettysburg twice so far, so these episodes will be pulled from both of those visits. I've been a Civil War dork since grade school, so when U.S. Paranormal Research suggested a trip to Gettysburg in the summer of 2019, I jumped at the opportunity. Then, in August 2020, I returned with Dale Kaczmarek and his group, Ghost Research Society. We're going to visit Sachs Bridge first, for no other reason than because it's the first place I visited with USPR. Sachs Covered Bridge was built in 1852 over Marsh Creek. On July 1, 1863, Union troops crossed it on their way to Gettysburg. And on July 4th, General Lee's Confederate troops made their way back across it as they retreated. Sachs Bridge is a beautiful, historic covered bridge nestled in a park-like green space. A footpath winds next to the banks of chattering Marsh Creek. People come here for family gatherings, for engagement and prom photos, and simply to find a peaceful spot for a picnic and a ramble. But the bridge has a dark history. Most of the soldiers who fought in the Civil War were young men, their whole lives ahead of them. By 1863, they'd seen enough of battle to know that it wasn't glorious. It was vicious, bloody carnage. Some of these young men lost their fervor to fight after a few terrifying brushes with the enemy. As the Union troops marched over Sachs Bridge on their way into town, 3 men, also dressed in Union blue, marched with them. But these 3 were not Yankees. 3 Confederate soldiers had decided to cut and run, and they figured that by falling in with the Union troops, they could blend in long enough to get away from their posts and steal away for home. But their plan backfired. The 3 were spotted for rebels. They were hanged from the bridge's wooden support beams and left there as a warning to other passing Confederates. Their 3 restless spirits still haunt the bridge. People speak of seeing 3 hanging bodies, or the amorphous faces of the men in the shadows under the bridge. A phantom fug of cigar smoke sometimes manifests. Some witnesses hear gunfire at the bridge, accompanied by cannon fire from the surrounding woods. We pulled up to Sachs Bridge on a beautiful sunny afternoon and piled out of the cars to take a look around.
Sylvia!
Hey, hey, hey.
Maybe we go fishing? Why? You don't know what you're going to pull up in here. That right? Well, a bone.
No problem.
We are at Sachs Covered Bridge. What's that?
This is where the Confederates ran away.
Ah, okay.
This was a retreat.
Okay. Okay, the monument sign here says Sachs Covered Bridge, Adams County Bridge number 1, year built 1852. The Sachs Bridge, built in 1852 by David S. Stoner, is one of the few remaining bridges built using Connecticut architect Ithiel Towns' lattice system of support trusses. Part of the Confederate Army of Northern Virginia began its retreat to Virginia by crossing the bridge after the Battle of Gettysburg in July of 1863. In 1938, the Pennsylvania Highway Department determined that the Sachs Bridge was the most historic covered bridge in the state. It was closed to traffic in 1968 and listed in the National Register of Historic Places in 1980. Floodwaters swept it from its abutments on June 19, 1996. The County of Adams rehabilitated the bridge by supporting its trusses with steel beams and by raising its elevation 3 feet.
No, I saw you. Oh yeah. Oh no.
And there are several farmhouses beyond the bridge here, and I can only imagine what it would be like to live on a street where the road that runs in front of your house is the road that the Confederates took on their way going away from Gettysburg. That's just amazing. I'm walking down this road. I'm going to do a little bit of EVP work even though we're outside. Because I am curious. Is there anyone around me here? There are bird calls coming from off to my left. Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? That did not count. That was not an EVP. Debunked. Is there anyone here who would like to say something? How did you feel walking away from this battle you'd been so roundly defeated at? Did you just want to get home? And did you still love General Lee even after he was defeated in battle? You'd been winning so many battles, and now here is this crushing defeat. How did you feel about that? Well, thank you for talking with me.
Without killing myself and breaking the camera. You look at me for a second. I'm going to take your picture.
Oh wait.
Hey, Bob. Hi. Hey, I'm going to take a group picture. Cheers. Rock on, thank you.
There is
Oh my
no
goodness,
shame in
very
my
good.
game.
Thank God the rain went away.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So I go down the road a little bit to do some EVP work, and I say, is there anyone here who wants to talk to me? And behind me I hear Kelly go, hi! Debunked!
Figure out in some perspective when we study that. Like,
I can.
Can you do me a favor? Can you take a picture of me and Angel together?
Sure, yeah. I can sort of feel soldiers walking down the road, but I don't know if it's my imagination
It's like
or
it's
just
an echo.
residual.
It's
An echo.
residual.
Okay.
Because there's nothing going on the bridge. There's nothing.
Okay. Okay.
And I've seen so many investigations. I figured out that it was New York Purgatory. It's a paranormal group.
Oh.
And they were here. I thought this was. I was telling Anthony 3 times longer because the optical illusions.
Oh.
But they didn't get anything. They got like locals. Like they didn't get people from yesteryear. And I was like laughing.
Oh no.
All right.
Sachs Bridge is a little slice of the whole paranormal picture of Gettysburg, and we are just getting started. In the next episode, we're going to jump forward in time by a year. I was lucky enough to tag along with Dale Kasmerick and a small group of ghost hunters, and we explored the orphan's home and the Jenny Wade house. Join me for more of the history and hauntings of Gettysburg the next time we go Lights Out.